So, JoJo Siwa's rebrand. Yeah, it's going about as well as microwaving a glitter bomb. Just when it looked like she'd finally landed on one version of herself, boom, new hair, new music, new identity crisis unlocked. It's like watching someone swap personalities the way they'd change shine outfits, fast, confusing, and kinda low quality. One week she's the rainbow-drenched queer icon, next week she's saying the community pushed her to come out in the first place. But before we unpack the latest episode in JoJo Siwa, Chaos Reloaded, we've gotta rewind, because this isn't just a flop. This is a full-blown identity implosion, served up by a PR team that clearly hasn't touched grass since 2016. See, long before JoJo turned into a walking PR disaster, she was a pint-sized glitter grenade on Dance Moms. Powered by more energy than a Red Bull for drip, her mom, she wasn't just parenting. She was assembling a child star Voltron. By the time JoJo hit Nickelodeon, she had a full-blown pastel empire. Bows, lunchboxes, toothbrushes, if it existed, her face was on it. Sure, it was a bit cringe, but kids loved her. Parents, not so much, but the money? Oh, the money was flowing. Then, she grew up. And suddenly JoJo didn't want to be the sparkly bow girl anymore. She wanted to be edgy, cool, grown, and somewhere in that chaotic transformation, she completely lost the plot and most of her audience. At first, she came out as LGBTQ+, chopped the ponytail, and embraced a whole new vibe. For a moment, it worked. She had the girlies, the gays, and the theys all in a chokehold. But JoJo, being JoJo, took it too far. She started calling herself the inventor of K-pop. I want to start a new genre of music. What genre? Gay pop. Not Gaga, not Elton John, not even Freddie Mercury. Nope, JoJo Siwa, the girl who used to sing about boomerangs and wear candy necklaces as armor. And instead of letting the music speak, she screamed, "I'm edgy now." Then dropped Karma, a song that honestly sounded like a Black Mirror parody of a pop star. To top it off, she didn't even write the song. She bought it and acted like it was her baby. You can't invent a genre and outsource the music. That's like calling yourself a chef while Uber Eatsing every meal. Then it got worse. She started walking back every identity she marketed so hard. After loudly branding herself a proud lesbian, she suddenly announced, "Greater than I'm not a lesbian. I'm queer, and I think that's really cool." Apparently, she only labeled herself lesbian because she felt pressured by the community. So let's get this straight, pun intended. One day she's waving rainbow flags. Next, she's allegedly cheating on her girlfriend on national TV and linking up with a straight dude. Like we're watching some rejected Riverdale subplot. It's not just confusing anymore, it's emotional whiplash. The kind that makes your neck want to file a lawsuit. But here's where it really went off the rails. JoJo joined Celebrity Big Brother UK as part of her mature rebrand. And by mature, I mean disaster class. Mid-season, she started flirting with Chris Hughes, a straight dude, while her non-binary partner waited back home. The internet clocked it immediately, and JoJo doubled down on camera, saying again she's not a lesbian, she just felt pressured. And if that wasn't chaotic enough, she tried to jumpstart her music career with a cover of Betty Davis' Eyes, and I say cover loosely, because that track was so drenched in auto-tune, it sounded like a haunted Furby begging for mercy. People thought it was AI generated. One person said it sounded like an anti-smoking PSA. The comments section, straight up poetry. Her TikTok teaser racked up over 22 million views, but only 400k likes. And the top 2 comments had more likes than the actual video. That's not engagement, that's a digital cry for help. But JoJo's not slowing down, she's doubling down. More TikToks, more chaotic fits. More music that sounds like it was filtered through a dying vape pen. Her current aesthetic, rejected backup dancer from a Sims Pride parade. She's alienated her queer fans, confused the straight ones, and lost the kids entirely. At this point, people aren't watching JoJo for her music. They're watching because it feels like a public meltdown disguised as performance art. We've officially gone from live, laugh, love, to lick, guy it, disintegrate. And then came the Rolling Stone bombshell. JoJo and her girl group, XOMG Pop. Yeah, they were allegedly overworked. Kids being made to perform while injured. One reportedly danced after spinal surgery. Another slapped on a maxi pad to avoid bleeding through her costume on stage, and behind it all, JoJo's mom, allegedly telling these actual children things like, "You deserve nothing." So while JoJo was reinventing herself as the patron saint of gay pop, her brand was being accused of exploiting minors. At this point, JoJo and her mom are basically the glitter-coated Kris Jenners of child labor. And now the big question, what's the plan? Her music is tanking. Her LGBTQ fanbase has clocked out. Her brand is under fire. And the general public? Somewhere between confused and horrified. Because JoJo's not the edgy rebel her team tried to market. She's not the kids' pop princess anymore. And she's definitely not the face of G-pop empowerment she once claimed to be. This isn't a rebrand. It's a slow, public unraveling of someone who's never had space to just be. It's giving career burnout, identity crisis, and a PR team holding on by a glittery thread. And the saddest part, it didn't need to be this way. If JoJo had just paused, figured out who she really was, instead of chasing every new aesthetic for clicks, this whole mess might have been avoidable. So yeah, JoJo's rebrand isn't just a mess, it's basically a warning label. Because she's gone through more phases than a Starbucks holiday cup, but what do you think? Can JoJo bounce back from this, or is this her final form? The Gen Z version of Rebecca Black, but with even worse PR? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.